You're at the supermarket. Suddenly, you hear screams, glass breaking. You look to the side and see a woman biting a security guard's neck, blood, chaos, people running. You have exactly 90 seconds before everything completely falls apart. What does your brain do? I'm going to tell you something shocking. 70% of people die in the first 3 minutes of a catastrophe. Not from lack of options, but because the brain literally freezes. And in the next few minutes, you're going to discover if you would be one of the survivors or a statistic. Hit play and come with me on this disturbing psychological experiment. Look, I know you clicked on this video because some part of your brain has already imagined this scenario. Maybe you even have a plan in your head, right? Oh, I'd run over there, grab that, but here's the truth. Nobody tells you. Your brain under extreme stress doesn't work the way you imagine. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly what your real reaction would be based on pure science. You're going to discover if you're on the team that survives, the team that freezes, or the team that, well, we'll get there. And most importantly, you're going to learn how to reprogram these reactions. Because knowledge here isn't just curiosity, it's literally the difference between life and death. And since you're here diving with me into this crazy psychological journey, subscribe to the channel now. Because every week I bring mental experiments like this that will blow your mind. Let's go together. Topic number 1. Your brain is going to freeze, and this is science. You know that moment when you see the bite happen? Your brain has 0.2 seconds to process? 0.2, and you know what happens in that moment? The absolute majority of people enter paratraumatic dissociation. Sounds like a disease name, right? But it's literally your brain saying, this isn't happening, this is a movie, this isn't real. Researchers at Columbia University studied survivors of 9/11s and discovered something frightening. People who stayed still for more than 30 seconds at the beginning of the chaos had 300% less chance of surviving. 300%. And look how crazy, your body is already reacting. Your amygdala, that primitive part of the brain, has already released cortisol and adrenaline. Your heart is already racing, but you're standing still, looking, processing. This happens because the human brain evolved for specific threats: lions, tigers, enemy tribes, but a zombie apocalypse. There's no evolutionary manual for this, so the brain does what it knows how to do: pause. And here's the first test. Would you be the type that stands still trying to understand what's happening? Or would your brain be able to skip this phase? Topic 2. You're going to try to normalize the abnormal. This here is bizarre, but it happens to everyone. It's called normalcy bias, and it kills millions in disaster situations. Let me give you a real example. In the Kiss nightclub fire, survivors reported that many people continued sitting and drinking while the smoke was starting. It must be part of the show, they thought. In the zombie apocalypse, same thing. You're going to see someone being bitten, and your brain is going to desperately try to find normal explanations. It's a very violent couples fight. It must be filming. Something these people must be drunk. Someone called the police, right? Studies show that in collective panic situations, up to 75% of people wait for someone to solve it before acting. They wait for authority. They wait for confirmation. They wait and die. And there's more. You'll probably grab your phone. Yes, Dr. Amanda Ripley, a specialist in disaster behavior, discovered that the first modern reaction in catastrophes is to film or call someone. Honey, you won't believe what's happening here. And while you're explaining to your honey, a zombie is coming in your direction. Ironic, right? So tell me in the comments, would you be on team phone, or could you break this pattern? Topic 3. The more people around, the lower your chance of acting. This here is the famous bystander effect, and it's cruel. Imagine you're in that packed supermarket, 200 people. You think that makes you safer? Wrong. It makes you more vulnerable. Psychologist John Darley proved something disturbing. The more people witness an emergency, the less likely someone is to help or act. Why? 3 psychological reasons. First, diffusion of responsibility. There are 200 people here, someone's going to do something. Second, social influence. You look at others to decide if the situation is serious. Everyone looking at everyone. Nobody acts. Third, fear of evaluation. What if I react wrong and everyone judges me? So in the first 90 seconds of the zombie apocalypse, While everyone is in this psychological dance of who's going to do something, the zombies are advancing. But there's good news here. People who know about the bystander effect can combat it. You just need to be aware. Knowledge is literally survival. And there's one more crucial detail. You're going to look for your social group. Your brain is going to scream, "Where is my family? Where are my friends?" This instinct can save you or kill you, depends on where they are. Tsunami survivors report that people returned to dangerous areas looking for family members. It's the strongest instinct that exists. Stronger even than individual survival. Topic 4. Your primitive reaction type will define everything, alright? Let's get straight to the point. You have 3 basic types of response to extreme danger, and you don't choose, your nervous system chooses for you. Freeze. About 40% of people, you literally can't move. Your muscles lock up. It's an ancient evolutionary response when the predator detects movement. But against zombies, worst possible response. Flight. 30 to 35% of people. Your body simply runs. Without thinking, without planning, just pure movement can save you. If you run in the right direction, fight. 15 to 20% of people, you face it. Grab what's in front of you and attack. In an initial zombie apocalypse, when nobody knows the rules yet, fighting can be suicide. But wait, there are 2 more types that science has recently discovered. Fawn appeasement. Some brains try to get along with the threat, ridiculous with zombies, right? But it's happened that people tried to talk to attacking wild animals. FLOP collapse, pure fainting, overloaded nervous system, shuts down. And look how insane. You don't know which one is yours until you're in the situation. That macho guy who says I'd face anything could be the first to faint. That shy person could become a survival machine. The good news, training changes this. Firefighters, military, surgeons, all trained to bypass these automatic responses. Topic 5. Your brain is going to narrow your perception and you won't even notice. This here is sinister. It's called tunnel vision and auditory exclusion. Under extreme stress, your vision literally narrows. You only see what's directly in front of you. Peripheral vision, gone. That zombie coming from the side, you don't see it. Police officers report that in shootouts, they stop hearing the shots. The brain cancels irrelevant sounds. Seems useful, right? But what if someone is shouting, "Watch out," behind you? You don't hear it. Studies with soldiers in combat show that 80% reported some type of perceptual distortion. Time seeming slower or faster, distorted or absent sounds. Slow motion, vision, inability to feel pain. Imagine, you get bitten and don't even notice because you're in total adrenaline. Only after 5 minutes, when you look at your arm, too late. Neuroscientist David Eagleman explains that the brain in survival mode prioritizes. It chooses what's important and deletes the rest. Like when your computer freezes and you have to close programs to get it working again, your brain does this with reality. So in the first 90 seconds, you might literally not see 60% of what's happening around you. Scary, right? Topic 6. The cruel mathematics of survival. Disaster science has discovered a pattern that repeats in all catastrophes. It's called the 108010 rule, and it's going to shock you. 10% of people act immediately and appropriately. These are the ones who, in the first 5 seconds, are already moving, thinking, acting. Generally, they're people with prior training experience, in stressful situations, or simply different neurological wiring. 80% are stunned and disoriented. It's the vast majority. They're in denial, processing, waiting, watching. They might eventually act, but they lose precious time. In the first 90 seconds of the zombie apocalypse, these 80% are in the maximum danger zone. 10% enter complete panic. They scream, run without direction, make irrational decisions, hinder others, spread chaos. In crowd situations, these are the ones who cause deadly stampedes. Amanda Ripley, in the book The Unthinkable, interviewed hundreds of survivors. The conclusion, the 10% who act quickly have something in common. They had already mentally rehearsed disaster scenarios. That's right. Just by you imagining if X happened, I would do Y. You're already creating neural pathways for quick response. So here's the exercise. Now, look around you. Where are you? If a zombie apocalypse started now, what's your first action? Think about this for 5 seconds. Done. You just increased your chance of survival. Seriously. Just this mental exercise already moves you from the 80% to the top 10%. Topic 7. How to reprogram your brain for survival. Alright, now the most important part of this whole video, the one that can literally save your life someday, zombies or not. You can train your brain to react better. It's not coach talk, it's pure neuroscience. Here are the techniques. 1. Active visualization. Elite military do this. You mentally rehearse danger scenarios in detail. Not just I'd run, but I turn left. Jump the counter, grab that knife, run through the back exit. The more specific, the better the brain records it. 2. Prior knowledge. Whenever you enter a place, identify emergency exits, objects that could be weapons, people around bottleneck points. This is called situational awareness, and it's what keeps secret agents alive. 3. Controlled stress exposure. Practice extreme sports, martial arts, challenging situations. Your brain learns that you can function under pressure. 4. Breaking automatic patterns. Practice doing different things in normal situations. Change your route to work. Use your non-dominant hand. This keeps the brain flexible and not on autopilot. 5. What if training. Every week, do a different mental scenario. What if there was a fire here? What if someone attacked? What if I needed to run now? And look how incredible. A Harvard University study showed that people who practice emergency visualization have reaction time 40% faster in real stressful situations. 40%. So, yes, this silly video about zombie apocalypse can prepare you for real situations. Fires, robberies, accidents, natural disasters. Your brain doesn't differentiate much between vivid imagination and reality when it comes to creating automatic responses. So, which of the 7 topics impacted you most? Did you see yourself in any of these patterns? Comment down below. And if this video made you think differently about how your brain works, leave that like because it helps a lot more people discover this content. Seriously, the more people understand how survival psychology works, the more prepared we'll be for zombies or for real life. Look, the truth is this, you'll probably never face a real zombie apocalypse. But you will face moments of crisis. All of us will. And the difference between who survives and who doesn't survive isn't strength, isn't intelligence, isn't luck. It's preparation, it's knowledge. It's having trained the brain not to freeze when everything falls apart. So, next time you imagine an absurd scenario like this, don't dismiss it as nonsense. Take advantage of it. Visualize, mentally rehearse. Because all this knowledge about zombies works for fires, car accidents, medical emergencies, violent situations. In the first 90 seconds of any catastrophe, you now know your brain is going to try to freeze you, but you can be different. You can be one of the 10% who act, and I ask you, in the first 90 seconds of your personal apocalypse, whatever it may be, are you going to freeze or are you going to act? The choice, my friend, has always been yours, except now, you have the tools. See you in the next video. And get ready, because there's more crazy mental experiments coming. A hug, and survive well.